Duncan's Dab Lab, Duncan's Dab Lab, Duncan's
In the
Dab,
Pacific
Duncan's Dab Lab,
Northwest.
cannabis extract oils. Duncan's Dab Lab,
In the
Duncan's Dab
Pacific
Lab,
Northwest.
Duncan's Dab Lab, Duncan's Dab Lab, Duncan's Dab Lab,
In the
Duncan's
Pacific
Dab Lab,
Northwest.
Duncan's Dab Lab, Duncan's Dab Lab, Duncan's
In the Pacific Northwest.
Duncan's Dab Lab.
You are listening to Duncan's Dab Lab.
Hey, I'm Duncan. This is Duncan's Dab Lab. Got another episode. Got my homie Josh right here, dude. This guy's a fucking expert extractor. He's a publisher. He's a writer. He's a pro gardener. He's got the weed game on lock. This is the guy that you ask any question to, and this brother's gonna have an answer. He gonna have an answer. So, Dab Star. He's a Dab Star. Tell us what a Dab Star is, fam.
Dab star is kind of like a rock star. It's when you reach a point with your dabbing that you've got kind of a rock star status to it. I've been known to take big dabs for a long time. I've been treating my trigeminal neuralgia. It's called a suicide disease because it's so painful. I've been treating it with concentrates for 14 years.
Okay.
So I've got a bit of a lung. I've been a little low on the dabbing lately, but we got half gram, quarter gram. We can drop some distillate on here.
Okay.
I like to use distillate quite a bit because it's closer to the isolation of the THC itself, and yet it still can hold some of the symbiotic properties. Mixing specific terps with your raw THCs, like this product here. This is the infamous Sprite dab. This is linolene and limonol and THC. And when you mix the three together at proportions correctly, it can treat neurological conditions pretty effectively.
Okay.
I use this quite a bit.
Now, those terps that you just mentioned, linolene and myrcene?
Linolene and limonene.
And limonene. Okay, so
Limonene, yeah. So I mean,
Let's talk about
essentially,
those real quick.
essentially, what we're talking about is some of the aromatic elements of the lime and the lemon itself.
Okay.
And then these two terpenes are what we use to describe, basically, like volatile essential oil packets that break up,
Gotcha.
diffuse on their own, and you can smell
them. So let's
yeah.
break.
So what we've done is try to isolate those chemicals all the way down to their individual forms and their structure. Like, for instance, the volatile ones will be liquid, like contained in a capacitive trichome. You crush up some weed, it busts. That liquid is exposed to air at a microscopic level, say on your hand or inside of the blunt or whatever, and then while it's there in that liquid, it actually boils at room temperature just invisibly, and then carries in the air and you can smell it. And that's kind of what we define as a terpene, or an aromatic terpene. They're volatile aromatic oil compounds, and these ones are organic from this wonderful plant that heals us, man.
Gotcha. So the terpenes are basically in a simpler form, the essential oils from the chemical makeup of the plant itself.
Yeah, and they tend to be classified as in aromatic category
Aromatic.
too. Yeah, so a lot of times when we say, like, how we use it as dabbers when we talk about terps or slurping terps or adding terps, you know, like we're basically adding aroma and flavor, and those chemicals are actually really strong. The principles behind aromatherapy are very, very sound scientifically. There's some hokey stuff to that, but in essence, you can observe it in effect extremely well with products like this, or products like diamonds in sauce, or terps in sauce, or anything else that has terpenes added to it.
Something like this is what he's saying when he refers to the diamonds. This is the diamonds without the sauce, but diamonds.
There's a little sauce on there.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit dripped on there.
A little coloration.
A little bit, yeah. But sweet, man. So I want to talk about some of your work, man. Some of the work that's been published. So you have.
Oh sure, my book Homegrown Marijuana is out right now. It's from Quarto Home. It's available on Amazon.com. Grab it. It will take you from an inexperienced gardener to a really good gardener, and if you're a really good gardener, it can make you a champion.
Okay.
You know, so then that's kind of the premise of the book.
Okay.
You learn everything that you need to know with it. You get an introductory level course in hydroponics and home gardening. You kind of become an entry-level confined environmental agriculturalist. And if you can grow inside of a confined environment like that, and you can do it well, you can reapply the principles in the book and tune yourself up into a champion. You'd be very competitive, even in today's market.
Right on.
You think you're out there, you're good, and you know how to grow weed. I hate to break it to you, but you could probably be better.
You could definitely be better. Listen to this guy, man. Go look him up. So
Yeah, Joshua Sheets, Homegrown Marijuana
Homegrown
Quarto.
Marijuana Quarto.
Got a lot of other stuff in the works.
let's talk about it, man.
Being a dab star has its own responsibilities. You know, you got to stop, drop, and glob whenever people run into you.
Yeah.
We got some medical markets opening up here in Washington. Just trying to provide for the patients here that have been left high and dry. Can't afford medicine. People with,
Right.
you know, cancer, chronic illness, burn survivors, really bad PTSD cases. I mean, these guys, at the prices that their rec store are, they still can't come in without it being sort of predatory to them and purchase the meds that they need to actually heal themselves or get through the pain that they're dealing with and improve their quality of life. It's really hard. So, you know, we push here quite a bit in Washington to sort of make sure that the original Compassionate Care Act and the patients really have a place that they can get the healing that they need. And it's not about money. It's not about lining people's pockets. It's not about lotteries. It's not about the Liquor Control Board. It's about sick people getting help. You know?
Hey, it's about the people. The people. Man, it's about the people. That's what it is, man. So,
Let's just get this guy fired up.
yeah, let's do this, man. Oh, can you push that button? It's right there to the left of you. Yep. There you go. Yep. So we just turned on the E now. About to get this dab life started. So you are also a contributing editor to Beyond Bud's Next Generation. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, Beyond Bud's Next Generation is an extremely exciting project.
Why?
It's coming out of QuickTime Press. It's Ed Rosenthal. Just an amazing mentor, incredible gardener. His understanding of botany and just the garden that his life itself is amazing. So to work with someone like that, it's a gift and a pleasure, and to be able to impart my special knowledge and my sort of healing myself type of routine, what I've gone to do with it in my own walk, it's amazing. I worked with them on some of the chapters. They're fantastic. I mean, you got to pick it up. The book, basically, every bud tender should have this book chilling in the store somewhere so that they can reference it. It explains how the dabs are made, why they're made these ways, which ways are safe, which ways are not. It's incredible detail in exactly what you're using, so that the user can now understand from a place, I guess, as if they're a dab star, as if they're a concentrate producer. They can understand from someone who's much more familiar with this stuff and really what's going on. There's a lot of different products. A lot of them are made different ways. And I think it's really important for the consumer to have the veil pulled back and know everything that's going on. And Ed has just been doing this for so long, and it's just so amazing to work with him. I think Greg Zeman is the other author, and he's writes a lot of periodicals and pieces, and the flow and the way that he writes, it's really, really engaging. It's not only a book that's going to be entertaining to read, it's extremely informative. If you go cover to cover with this guy, you can go into any room and have a real deal conversation in real time about dabs right now. You'll know how diamonds are made, what distillate is, what adding terps back means, what having organic terps, what non-organic terps are. Is that good? Is that bad? I mean, this book it's full detail. It's also, it's also all the other things after bud. My book goes into detail in the final part on what to do as far as like consuming and concentrating, and this is just such a huge update and expounding even on my original work. I mean, it's just phenomenal. If you've read Ed's other books, like Trash to Stash,
Ask Ed.
Anything, Trash to Stash is kind of one of the more original ones, and then Beyond Buds, and now this is Beyond Buds Next Generation. If you've read those books, these books are going to bring you right up to speed. All the work that we've been putting in for the last 10 or 15 years, we've been working really hard. You guys making concentrates and designing new techniques, stealing things from epoxy making and solvent factory work, and dealing with pressures and extreme conditions, and just trying to get as close as we can to getting sort of a pure, real deal medical grade THC. And now that we discovered the powers in the other cannabinoids and now the powers in the terpenes, we're isolating everything that we can and breaking this stuff down, really just like Dow and Pfizer did 80, 90 years ago. Except now it's us, the people, doing it in our homes, and you can't be lied to, you can't be as a consumer, you'll know everything that's going on. When you look at that dab in the counter in that glass case, you're gonna know exactly where it came from and where it goes.
How it was made.
Year of dabbing, and a couple times through this book, and you'll be really an aficionado. It's really a great piece of work. I was just honored to be able to put my hands in it at all, let alone have the sort of guiding and the safety that we get.
So in simple terms, explain how diamonds are made, and diamonds are referred to diamonds as THCA crystals. Yep. Diamonds.
Diamonds are kind of an adulteration of a recrystallization process that's pretty popular in compound pharmacy work and organic chemistry just in general. What's going on basically is there's some nucleation and the THC molecule is separating out from the rest of the stuff that we call sauce or the rest of the components within the product. And you can see some of that sort of sauce on the outside of the diamonds there. It's what gives it its nice coloration.
Yeah.
It's also what gives it its incredible fragrance when you open up a jar of that stuff. Pure doesn't really have a smell or a fragrance. It's just THC.
Gotcha.
So, and a lot of the magic works with the effects in concert. You know, they work together, and the entourage effects, the symbiosis of the chemicals.
Okay.
What's in your body too is always really important. People don't talk about that a lot. You know,
they
you're
don't.
eating healthy. You know, your
Sleeping habits.
Whatever, you need to have quite a bit of water in you. Using cannabis and healing yourself, you're also kind of responsible for that background too. You know, it's not. It's a more homeopathic and aromatic technique really than just straight up jacking one molecule into your vein, you know, and we're really used to that after the last 30-40 years of medicine. Yeah. Really used to the effects of that. It's a spoiling almost, if you will. So you gotta kind of approach things just a little more holistically. I'm just totally not a hippie. You guys know what I'm saying, you know?
No, it's real. It's real, man. So let's explain to someone who has never really dabbed or a first-time dabber the proper, there's no proper way, but everyone is different. But I've seen a common thing where, you know, people who have dabbed before or don't really like to dab anymore have had a bad first experience. And it's, you know, first experience, like me too, you know what I mean? I've been there and done that shit. But what would you say could prevent? I would say low temperature and small portions, but
I mean, just the beauty of dropping somebody. Yeah.
That's a different guy.
what can prevent that? I mean, let's just be honest. You know, you can overdose yourself on THC.
Yeah.
I mean, you set the parameters of what the word overdose means when you go into the conversation. So, I mean, obviously, it's not toxic, so you can't kill yourself with the shit. But you can make yourself have a bad day. You know, it can be an unpleasant experience. It can grab you in a way that's pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It can also be really fun and really awesome. You can go either way. The chemicals themselves, you know, the straight up extracts, like just dabbing wax or shatter that's been pulled from flower or leaf, just those by themselves, because of the concert effect, it has this sort of mildly psychedelic effect. Originally, THC was classified as a hallucinogen. Right. It's part of the reason it's so hard to get off of Schedule 1. Because the original work on it was very disturbing, I suppose, for the researchers. It can be a powerful drug. Yeah. Very, very psychoactive in effect. You're not going to jump out a window or anything crazy, but you made it really, really darn uncomfortable. And we've all heard the police on the radio, and he's like, "I'm dying. I ate the brownie from evidence." Right?
Yeah.
Don't eat the whole brownie.
Don't eat the whole brownie, guys. That's the moral of the topic of the story.
We could actually get into that. We could get into that another time, and we should do some edibles talk later.
Definitely,
There's some stuff with the different forms of THC, and once you heat them, reheat them, unheat them, they do different things. It's kind of the premise of some of Dow's more high-end pharmaceutical work in the last 20, 30 years or so, making these sort of painkiller compounds, and some of the work that they've been doing with that. It also applies to edibles quite a bit.
Okay. So what does cannabis? I know that you use cannabis for medicinal reasons. How does cannabis help you?
So I have a condition called trigeminal neuralgia. Okay. It's a nerve pain in the side of my face. It's really bad. A lot of times guys get it like after car accidents and stuff.
Okay.
How do you think I was born with it?
Okay.
We take it down.
Yeah. Here you go.
So the thing is I have a neurological condition that can cause sort of like seizure-like effects and extreme pain in the side of my head.
Oh, man.
So what I do is keep a steady amount of THC in my system throughout the course of a day. I'll take 4 or 5 dabs.
Okay.
And that gets enough in there. If I, like in a place where I can't smoke or whatever, I'll use edibles. Quite frankly, edibles are a mixed bag. They can be pretty intoxicating at small doses.
Yeah.
So you gotta really be careful, like if you're really trying to function and treat yourself medicinally. So I find that dabs are like an acute way to do it. They get the THC and I find the limonene and linolene and a little bit of flower. I still haven't really got into exactly what other things are working in concert and by process of elimination, this only works by itself really, really, really well. A lot better than anything else for me personally. The limonene, the linalool, and the raw THC.
Okay.
But I have to have, like for long-term use, I have to have some sort of flower or edible intake, some sort of full extract. So there's something I'm missing, like CBG, CBN, some trace element. It could be a pesticide even. I mean, I'm not ruling anything out. But, you know, just as how I treat myself, I dab 4 or 5 times a day.
Gotcha.
You know?
Cool.
Take 2, call me in the morning. It's a legit prescription still.
It is, man. Here's a carb cap. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Dab star shit.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Try one of those.
I will. I sure will. So what do
Tastes
you?
like Sprite.
Does it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite soda too.
Nice. So what's your favorite type of consistency, or do you have a favorite type of consistency?
Don't.
You know?
I don't really. I'm a huge shatter fan, and I think just maybe because I started back in the day, you know, and it was really the prized consistency for a long time. Plus, up here in Washington, you know, at one point one of the big stings originally was called Operation Shatter, and I don't know if we were calling it that before that, or they got that from us, or we got that from them, but it was pretty early on. And there's something to just like window pane of it. It's nice and clear. It's really a good version of the pistol information like that. Now, obviously, a nice big diamond, like a couple of these guys that are in here, is kind of the same type of thing, but a much more concentrated form of the THC. So those are aesthetically pleasing too, you know.
Definitely.
Mining the diamonds is cool. You know what I mean? It's like a recrystallization process, like we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
You could pick up BBNG. It's in there.
So
grab Ed Nar's new book.
Yeah,
Best
there we
Beyond,
go.
Beyond Buds,
There
Next
we go.
Generation. It's got the recipe for making diamonds in it.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's got pretty much a how-to on everything. But I just want to touch on one thing though. I mean, explicitly, the book goes over, you know, what's safe to do and what's not. And making dabs can be very dangerous.
Yes, they can.
Because of a lot of reasons, not just because solvents are being used. So you have to just kind of take things in, you know, this book is coming from people who know what they're talking about through experience and through a long time, and they have big hearts and they want everyone to be as safe as humanly possible. So pick it up, be safe, take heed of the warnings in the book.
There it is.
You know, if you go off the reservation, you went off the reservation.
Go off the reservation, baby. That's it. You got the warning, you got the instructions, and you got the recipe. That's it.
I mean, what more could you want?
What more could you ask for? Yeah, man. Well, Josh Sheets, more podcasts to come. First one, definitely not the last. Hey, smoke tough. We are going to take some more dabs, smoke a couple more blunts.
Yeah, what's your guys' favorite consistencies? What do you like to see and why? We should rap about that next time. That's a real controversial topic.
Yes.
You've been a bud tender, right? You
Oh,
know,
man. Yeah.
Well, it's war over them shells. I want shatter today. I want wax.
I
Right?
want the wax.
It's Wednesday. Give me the wax.
Yeah. Give me that dank
Yeah,
distillate.
that's what's up. Dab
That's it.
stars.
Yeah, man. Dab stars, man. We're going to talk more about dab stars next time. More great topics on the way. Hey, Duncan's Dab Lab, man. Hey, go follow this guy. Instagram. We got him on Mr. J710. Mr. J710 got all them dank ass pictures of them dank ass wax and oils and shit.
Come check it out. Let
check it out.
Let us know what consistencies you like the most. Let's start conversations about whatever dabbing you want to talk about.
Yeah. Hey, this is only the first, not the last. Check it out. Hey, go follow this guy, man. Go check him out. Go get the books, and learn how to grow, player. Learn how to grow. Hey, Duncan's Dab Lab. We outro.